The Interstate 81 corridor through the city of Syracuse, New York has existed in its present footprint since the 1960s. Portions of I-81 in the city are nearing the end of their lifespan. Currently, the New York State Department of Transportation and Syracuse Metropolitan Transportation Council are planning for a future I-81. The planning must take into consideration the relationship between the community and highway and what the community wants and needs from a transportation system now and in the future. In response to this planning for a new I-81, we have developed the 81 feet below Syracuse concept for the community's consideration. The 81 feet below Syracuse project takes advantage of Syracuse's natural topography, which will allow for tunneling below University and the Northside Hills within the bedrock. The project consists of rerouting 81 1 mile to the east via tunnels, building a modern 81-690 interchange, and utilizing 690 as the main traffic distributor to downtown. Some of the advantages of rerouting 81 via tunnels include maintaining high volume of traffic close to the city core, minimal traffic and economic disruption during the construction phase, and achieving several miles of interstate through the city, which would not have weather-related traffic accidents or snow removal. The 81 feet below Syracuse project would reroute 81 and allow for the development of the existing 81 footprint. The existing 81 footprint bisects the city of Syracuse and is approximately 150 feet wide by 6 miles long. Development of this space would present opportunities for commercial, residential, and recreational uses. With careful planning, sustainable development of the old 81 corridor could revitalize and rejuvenate the city and surrounding communities. A public-private partnership agreement could be utilized to leverage the highly valuable reclaimed space to both finance and partially fund the construction of the 81 feet below Syracuse project. This is a typical cross-section of what 81 feet below Syracuse looks like. 81 would be comprised of 2 parallel tunnels, a northbound and a southbound, each with 2 or 3 lanes of traffic. On the University Hill and in the north side neighborhoods, the tunnel crown, or roof, would be at least 81 feet below the neighborhood street level. These neighborhoods have relatively shallow bedrock, which is very favorable for rock tunnel construction. The tunnels would be so far below the neighborhood street level within the bedrock that they would have no impact to the communities above. Let's explore the areas of the new 81 system that would be visible from the street level. There are 3 areas: the 81-481 interchange, the 81-690 interchange, and 81 at Bear Street. Starting from the south and working north, we have the 81-481 interchange. This is a plan image of what the new 81-481 interchange could look like. The rerouted 81 would enter the ground below the skytop area of Syracuse University. A bridge would be constructed for 81 to traverse over existing 481 lanes, and a new interchange constructed to allow for access from and to all directions. The existing 81 footprint would either be reduced to that of a typical city street or could be eliminated and local traffic diverted to East Brighton Ave or other existing city streets. This is a street view image of what the new interchange and tunnel portals could look like at the 81-481 interchange. Notice how the topography allows for a natural portal location below the skytop hill. Now let's move north to what the new 81-690 interchange could look like. The new interchange would be located 1 mile east of the existing 81-690 interchange. This is an ideal location for this interchange, as it would no longer be located in the downtown district city core, but just 1 mile to the east. The interchange could be constructed as a bridge to minimize the impact and footprint. The interchange would be designed and constructed to allow access from any direction to any direction, which is a needed improvement from the existing interchange. You can see the location of the two 81 portals. The south portal emerging from the hill just below Genesee Street, and the north portal entering the hill on the other side of the valley at the base of Lincoln Park. To the west, you can see the old 81 footprint, shown here with a continuous community park and mixed-use development. Now let's move north to what the new 81 at Bear Street could look like. The tunnels would emerge from the north side hill just north of Bear Street, south of Destiny USA. The 81 realignment would maintain high visibility and access to Destiny USA. The old 81 footprint to the south could consist of boulevard access and mixed-use development. Impacts to traffic during construction would be limited with this alignment for the new 81. Once construction of the new 81 has been completed and traffic transferred, the existing 81 alignment will be available for development. This provides significant development opportunities practically unheard of in modern cities. The existing 81 footprint is located adjacent to many of Syracuse's community assets. Development of this space could tie these assets together in a planned and deliberate fashion. This footprint that snakes through the center of Syracuse is approximately 150 feet wide and 6 miles long, representing 110 acres of prime real estate that could be reclaimed from the highway. The community can decide the future use and development opportunities for the 110 acres. Is it possible to give the community a continuous park stretching from south of Syracuse University all the way to Onondaga Lake? If this land was reclaimed from the highway, would businesses want to relocate to this footprint? Would developers build residential units within this footprint? How could this opportunity change Syracuse and the surrounding communities? This is a rendering of what a developed cross-section of the old 81 footprint may look like. This view is from Harrison and Almond Street, looking north on the old 81 footprint. This development scenario provides the desired link between University Hill and downtown. Public transportation and bike lanes, along with a continuous pedestrian walk, provide access along the corridor. The reclamation of the 110 acres from the old 81 footprint would allow innumerable scenarios for development of that space. One thing that is certain is the 110 acres represents a great deal of value. Public-private partnerships are referred to as P3s. P3s are a contracting mechanism used by public entities to leverage community assets to fund public infrastructure. For the 81 feet below Syracuse project, the development rights of the 110 acres of the old 81 footprint could be leveraged to finance and fund some of the construction of the project. The right P3 relationship would yield a reduced price for the construction of the 81 feet below Syracuse project, and also development guarantees for the old footprint. P3s are currently in place for other large infrastructure projects and are highly encouraged by both the New York State Department of Transportation and the federal government. The 81 feet below Syracuse concept is ambitious and represents a game-changing scenario for the city of Syracuse and surrounding communities. The 81 feet below Syracuse project can only happen through the collective will of the community. If you think this is the correct plan for the future of our community, then you should talk with your neighbors, talk with your elected representatives, talk with the Syracuse Metropolitan Transportation Council, and talk with the New York State Department of Transportation. Please let them know what you think. Thank you for viewing our presentation.